Questions for Coach?
What did you dislike the most and like the most from the performance?
Well, you know, I think when you look at this game and what you're trying to accomplish with it, you know, there's different ways to approach it. You know, you can schedule somebody that you know you're going to beat badly, and you can schedule somebody that has juniors and seniors who are talented, and a team that has an excellent coach. I was real impressed with Ben and how he prepared his team. And they had size, they had athletes on the wing, they have a phenomenal point guard that we did a great job on. And they had guys come off the bench that could play. So it was not going to be an easy game. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy game when we scheduled it, but that's what I wanted for this team. I wanted us to be challenged, and we were in every way. In the first half, it was on the offensive glass, gave up 10 offensive rebounds. They worked hard, but the other thing they did was they really defended us. So it's harder sometimes to run your stuff when they're defending the way they were because the X is on the O. So you got to drive the ball. And what we did in both halves was we not only got to the bonus, we got to the double bonus. You have to drive the ball when the teams are pressing up like they were on Gators, like they were on Oglesby, like they were on May. And they were mugging our posts. So you got to go. You got to put it on the deck. And we were in the bonus early in the second half, and the double bonus, so there's 8 or 9 minutes to go. I don't know, you might have that, but you know, when you have a double-digit lead and you're in the double bonus, it's really hard to come back from that.
What do you think of those your young players?
Well, they pretty much did what I thought they would do, Brooksy. You know, Aaron White is tremendous, and Josh Oglesby is tremendous. I mean, Josh is in the game 4 seconds. He's got a 3 already from about 24 feet. And what that does is it takes a lot of the pressure off of Matt, because now if you press up on Matt, then you got to press up on him too. Then it opens everything up for Bryce, so we have more space. The thing about Aaron White, he can play the point of the press. He blocks 4 shots. You know, he can catch in traffic and dunk the ball. He can dribble the ball against pressure. He can go if they overplay, and he can make plays. Olasini, he's going to be good. You know, that was a tough game. When you're playing a team that runs continuous ball screen action like they did, it's a lot of decision making. When do I come up? How far do I come up? How long do I stay? All right, they're running slips on me. You know, is that my responsibility or is that the other forward's responsibility? There's a lot of thinking for him, and he'll eventually have to figure it out.
Are you going into it thinking you're going to have to play through some mistakes like with Josh and Aaron and Gabe? I know the one play where Aaron got beat on the rebound and went up and blocked it, though.
Yeah, you know, they have confidence in themselves. They know they belong here, and they know that they can be effective at this level, and they will be. We had a number of mistakes, which you don't. I should say you anticipate this early. You're going to have some mistakes, some breakdowns, but as long as we fight through, and when we out-rebounded them, we had a positive assist-turnover ratio. We didn't have enough assists, in my opinion, but that's because we had a ton of free throws because we were driving the ball.
Nelson didn't seem to get on track.
No, but you know what? He was better at the start of the second half. He was better when I put him back in terms of energy. You know, a lot of times if he makes a couple mistakes early, like he did, he got in foul trouble, or he got 2 fouls, and he had a couple that didn't go in for him, and he missed 2 free throws. He just got a little bit sideways. What he's got to be able to do is, once it starts going sideways for him, to be able to correct the ship. When I put him in there at the end, he showed great energy level and got some big-time traffic rebounds for us and got the break going. So he'll be fine.
Full court pressure, you showed maybe a little more than you did last year. Is that going to be a part of this team's?
Yeah, we're going to press. I said that when I got here. Didn't really, as I said before, Rick, have the depth to play that way like we did today. So we'll do a lot more of that, and we've got even more in us.
Eric May gave you a little bit of everything tonight. Is that kind of what you expect from him?
I really did. I think the thing about Eric is, you know, last year he was a little bit tentative and had a tendency when he was to make mistakes. Well, he's not tentative anymore, so he's not making mistakes. Now, he'll miss shots and he'll throw it away once in a while, but that's just part of the game because I want him to be an attack player. So, I mean, he is out on the break. He's playing phenomenal defense. He can shoot it in the hole for us. I mean, there's a lot of things that he does for our team, but the other thing he did was once it got a little bit sticky on the glass, he got his nose in there and got some rebounds, and that's what we needed to do out of the 3 spot.
What about post play today?
Post play today was you know, decent. It wasn't what I'd hoped it would be. I thought Archie, at the very end, really perked up. I mean, at the very beginning, at the very end. In the middle, he wasn't as good. You know, and I talked to him about it, especially at the start of the second half. He did not play well at all. But in the beginning of the game, when we jumped out to a lead, he was right in the middle of it. And at the end of the game, when we extended the lead, he was right in the middle of it. His performance is solely and completely based on energy level. When he's active, when he's standing upright, and he's not moving, then he's a day late and a dollar short. Then he doesn't help us. And he's figuring that out, but he'll be fine.
25 or 31 free throw shooting a day, how nice is that to see right out of the gate?
Well, I think the most important thing is that we got 31 shots, but the fact that we made 25 is obviously even better. We want to be a driving team, we want to be a running team, got to get to the free throw line, and you got to make them. Because if you talk about pressing, if you want to press, you got to make your free throws, so you get to press.
Haven't seemed to be his dependable self, with 17 points, a lot of rebounds.
I thought really
Defended well.
complete game today. You know, he was right in the middle of our runs, no mistakes really to speak of. I thought he stuck his nose in there on the glass and really moved his feet on defense. This was a team that had some guys that could go. And so they were testing him at one. He couldn't rest at one end and then do his thing at the other. He had to play both ends. And to me, that's where he's really come as a player. That's how far he's come. I mean, he's a guy that understands and knows what kind of shape he has to be in. And he's able to impact the game at both ends of the floor. And that's why he's terrific.
What did you see that you want to button up in the next 2 weeks?
Well, I thought that defensively, we were a little bit inconsistent. We played ball screens well at times. We didn't rotate at times. Sometimes it was a function of fatigue. Sometimes it was a function of confusion. So we've got to get that shored up. And you're going to see a lot of ball screen offense at some point throughout the season. But, you know, I was looking for individual performances. Is there anybody that really upset me? I would like for Melson to have played better. But I wasn't totally displeased with him. I thought his energy level late was good. At the start of the second half, he got going a little bit. So he's got to play a little bit better than that for us to be the kind of team we think we can be. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.